Michael Jackson used to be a multi-talented musical entertainer who loved a chart-topping profession, each with the Jackson 5 and as a solo artist. He launched one of the best-selling albums in history, Thriller, in 1982, and had different #1 hits on Bad and Off the Wall. Who was Michael Jackson? Known as the King of Pop, Michael Jackson used to be a best-selling American singer, songwriter and dancer. As a child, Jackson grew to be the lead singer of his family's famous Motown group, the Jackson 5. He went on to a solo profession of magnificent international success, handing over #1 hits from the albums Off the Wall, Thriller and Bad. In his later years, Jackson was once dogged through allegations of toddler molestation. He died in 2009 at age 50 of a drug overdose, simply earlier than launching a comeback tour. Early life and family. Michael Joseph Jackson was once born on August 29, 1958, in Gary, Indiana. Under his father's encouragement, Jackson's profession in song commenced at the age of 5. Jackson's mother, Katherine Jackson, was once a homemaker and a religious Jehovah's Witness. His father, Joseph Jackson, had been a guitarist who put apart his musical aspirations to supply for his household as a crane operator. Behind the scenes, Joseph pushed his sons to succeed. He was once additionally reportedly regarded to grow to be violent with them. Jackson used to be one of 10 children, 9 Jackson siblings, which includes Rebby, Jackie, Tito, Jermaine. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, share and subscribe. Like it. LaToya, Marlon, Randy and Janet all made marks in the song industry. The Jackson 5 Joseph believed his sons had brain and molded them into a musical team in the early 1960s that would later grow to be recognized as the Jackson 5. At first, the Jackson family performers consisted of Jackson's older brothers, Tito, Jermaine and Jackie. Jackson joined his siblings when he used to be 5 years old, and emerged as the group's lead vocalist. He confirmed excellent very in depth for such a younger performer, impressing audiences with his capacity to deliver complicated emotions. Older brother Marlon additionally grew to be a member of the group, which advanced into the Jackson 5. Jackson and his brothers spent infinite hours rehearsing and sprucing their act. At first, the Jackson 5 performed nearby gigs and constructed a sturdy following. They recorded one single on their own, and Big Boy, and with the B-side and You've Changed, and However, the report failed to generate a whole lot interest. The Jackson 5 moved on to working as the opening act for such R&B artists as Gladys Knight and the Pips, James Brown, and Sam and Dave. Many of these performers had been signed to the legendary Motown file label, and the Jackson 5 finally caught the interest of Motown founder Berry Gordy. Impressed through the group, Gordy signed them to his label in early 1969. Jackson and his brothers moved to Los Angeles, the place they lived with Gordy and with Diana Ross of the Supremes as they received settled. The Jackson 5 used to be brought to the song Enterprise at a extraordinary match in August 1969, and the crew later opened for the Supremes. The Jackson 5 performing circa 1969. L.R., Tito Jackson, Marlon Jackson, Michael Jackson, Jackie Jackson and Jermaine Jackson. Their first album, Diana Ross Presents the Jackson 5, hit the charts in December 1969, with its single, and I Want You Back, and achieving #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart rapidly afterward. More chart-topping singles rapidly followed, such as and ABC, and The Love You Save, and and I'll Be There, and for a number of years, Jackson and the Jackson 5 maintained a busy tour and recording schedule, below the supervision of Gordy and his Motown staff. The team grew to be so famous that they even had their personal self-titled caricature show, which ran from 1971 to 1972. At the identical time, Jackson launched his solo career. Despite the group's outstanding success, there used to be bother brewing. At the back of the scenes, tension set up between Gordy and Joseph over the administration of his kids' careers, with the Jacksons trying extra innovative manipulate over their material. The crew formally severed ties with Motown in 1976, even though Jermaine remained with the label to pursue his solo career. Now calling themselves the Jacksons, the team signed a new recording deal with Epic Records. By the launch of their one-third album for the label, 1978's Destiny, the brothers had emerged as proficient songwriters. The overwhelmingly wonderful response to Jackson's 1979 solo album Off the Wall helped the Jacksons as a group. Triumph, 1980, bought extra than 1 million copies, and the brothers went on a good-sized tour to guide the recording. At the identical time, Jackson persevered, exploring greater approaches to department out on his own. In 1983, Jackson embarked on his ultimate tour with his brothers to assist the album Victory. The one important hit from the recording used to be Jackson's duet with Mick Jagger and Quat, State of Shock, and Quat, Songs and Albums, Got to Be There, 1971. At the age of 13, Jackson launched a solo profession in addition to his work with the Jackson 5, making the charts in 1971 with "And Quat, Got to Be There," and Quat, from the album of the identical name. Ben, 1972, Jackson's 1972 album, Ben, featured the eponymous ballad about a rat. The tune grew to become Jackson's first solo #1 single. Music and Me, 1973, Jackson's 0.33 solo album, Music and Me was once his least successful. Forever, Michael, 1975, this fourth solo album for Jackson used to be his remaining with Motown Records. Off the Wall, 1979, an infectious combination of pop and funk, Jackson wowed the tune world with 1979's Off the Wall, which featured the Grammy Award-winning single "And Quat, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough," and Quat, alongside with such hits as "And Quat, Rock With You," and Quat, She's Out of My Life, and Quat, and the title track, Thriller, 1982, released in 1982. Jackson's sixth solo album Thriller is the best-selling album in history, producing 7 top 10 hits. The album stayed on the charts for 80 weeks, keeping the #1 spot for 37 weeks. In addition to its unparalleled business achievements, Thriller garnered 12 Grammy Award nominations and notched 8 wins, each records. Jackson's victories showcased the various nature of his work. For his songwriting talents, he earned a Grammy, Best Rhythm and Blues Song, for "And Quat, Billie Jean," and Quat. He additionally used to be honored for the singles "And Quat, Thriller," and Quat, Best Pop Vocal Performance, Male, and "And Quat, Beat It," and Quat, Best Rock Vocal Performance, Male. With co-producer Quincy Jones, Jackson shared the award for Album of the Year. Paul McCartney additionally teamed up with Jackson for a 1982 duet, "And Quat, The Girl Is Mine," and Quat, which almost reached the pinnacle of the pop charts. Jackson filmed an problematic tune video was once for the album's title track. John Landis directed the horror-tinged video, which featured complicated dance scenes, exceptional consequences, and a voiceover with the aid of actor Vincent Price. The "And Quat, Thriller and Quat" video was once a giant success, boosting income for the already profitable record On a 1983 TV specific honoring Motown, Jackson carried out his #1 hit in Quat, Billie Jean and Quat, and debuted his soon-to-be famous dance move, the moonwalk. Jackson, a veteran performer by using this time, created this step himself and choreographed the dance sequences for the video of the album's different #1 hit, and Quat, Beat It, and Quat, We Are the World, single, 1985. In 1985, Jackson confirmed his altruistic facet with the aid of co-writing in Quat, We Are the World, and Quat, a charity single for USA for Africa. A veritable who's who of track stars participated in the project, consisting of Lionel Richie, Ray Charles, Bob Dylan, Willie Nelson, Bruce Springsteen and Tina Turner. Bad, 1987. Jackson's album Bad, 1987, launched as a follow-up to Thriller, reached the pinnacle of the charts, with a report 5 #1 hits, along with In Quat, Man in the Mirror, and Quat. In Quat, The Way You Make Me Feel in Quat, and the title track, which was once supported via a video directed with the aid of Martin Scorsese. Jackson spent greater than a year on the road, taking part in concert events to promote the album. While exceedingly successful, Bad was once unable to replicate the exceptional income of Thriller. Dangerous, 1991. In 1991, Jackson launched Dangerous, offering the hit In Quat, Black or White, and Quat, the video for this song, directed by using Landis, blanketed in look by way of toddler megastar Macaulay Culkin. In the video's remaining minutes, Jackson brought on some controversy with his sexual gesturing and violent actions. Many had been amazed to see the Peter Pan-like Jackson act in this manner. Jackson's tune persevered to experience sizable reputation in the following years. In 1993, he carried out at countless essential events, consisting of the halftime exhibit of Super Bowl 27. History, Past, Present, and Future. Book 1. Jackson's musical profession commenced to decline with the lukewarm reception to 1995's History, Past, Present, and Future. Book 1, which featured some of his beforehand hits as nicely as new material. The document spawned 2 hits, and Quat, You Are Not Alone, and Quat, and his duet with sister Janet, and Quat, Scream, and Quat, the spaceship-themed video for In Quat, Scream, and Quat, which fee a record-setting $7 million to produce, earned a Grammy Award for its slick effects. Another music from the album, and Quat, They Don't Care About Us, and Quat, delivered Jackson severe criticism for the usage of an anti-Semitic term. Invincible, 2001, Jackson again to the studio to put collectively Invincible, 2001, his first full album of new cloth in a decade. Michael, 2010, in December 2010, the posthumous album Michael was once launched amid controversy about whether or not the singer in reality carried out some of the tracks. Brother Randy was once amongst these who puzzled the authenticity of the recordings. However, the Jackson property later refuted the claims, in accordance to the New York Times. Escape, 2014, another posthumous album, Escape, was once launched in May 2014. R&B celebrity and Jackson protege Usher carried out its first single, In Quat, Love Never Felt So Good, In Quat, that month at the iHeartRadio Music Awards. The album, which consists of 8 songs recorded by using Jackson between 1983 and 1999, debuted at No. Thanks for watching. Like, Billboard's comment, Top 200 share, album and subscribe. Like it.